Hi, my name's Alex Hornby. You probably already know that considering I've been on the course for the past 2 years. But this is my vlog to replace the two TV projects within the journalism project broadcast side of it. So you guys asked some questions. Additionally, I'm aware I look like one of the Trailer Park Boys at the minute, but here's my answers. So what have I learned this term? I've learned that I should embrace what what I enjoy more in my journalism, what I know and what I love, and that's the fact that I'm a huge nerd. Like I will drop a night out of drinking for sitting in my pajamas, rolling dice, and slaying dragons faster than you can say make a stealth check because that's just who I am. And I'm good at writing it. So I this term, and I suppose this entire year, have endeavoured to make more of that kind of journalism. A couple stories in my essential. I did a piece for the radio project last term, and I was going to do a piece for one of these TV projects, but obviously that never happened. And it's given me some more confidence as to what I want to do in the world of journalism if I want to go into that. What challenges have I faced this term? This term required a lot more camera work, which I was uncomfortable is the wrong word, but unfamiliar with. I'm far more radio or less so print based, but TV is like my least known area. Um, and so normally we'd have to use a camera say once per term. But this term there were camera elements to four different stories. Obviously, the two production project stories, the TV portion of the Newsday, and there was a TV element to the print portion of the Newsday as well. And so it required a lot more camera work. But I think because of the volume of camera work involved, it's going to be a lot more skill in dealing with cameras, and so I can apply that to future endeavors, and so I feel a lot more confident. Like usually we'll get a lesson, and the lesson will be good, and it'll teach us everything we need to know, and then we'll use it, but we'll use it once, and that's it, and the skill kind of goes. And I think everybody's the same unless they work on LSJ, which I don't. Um, and so now that we've seen TV in a lot more volume in one kind of sitting, the skills should stay. And I think I'll feel a lot better about that coming into third year when I'm definitely going to have to use a camera again. So I'll know a lot more of what I'm going to have to do, and the skills will have stuck. Um, hmm. Additionally, another challenge that I believe a couple people, not myself, would have faced um, is the fact with the current pandemic, it will have been hard to go out and get stories. Like I had most of my stuff done by the end of the term really fast, just because that's the kind of person who I am. But I can see a lot of people struggling with that. Um, but yeah, I didn't struggle too much with that. My main issue was with camera work. Away from workshops, to improve my skills, I've been attempting to write a bit more, focusing on editing. I've not been gathering stories because, as I said, I've already got all my stuff. I already had all my stuff ready for for the project before this vlog update came in, um, and so I didn't need to go out and get more. Instead, like I say, I've been focusing on editing the stuff that I already had, especially for news days and that, um, and yeah, developing not the story gathering skills, but the story tidying or editing skills, if you were. That's how I've been improving my methods outside of workshops. My story ideas, my project ideas, I had two very different ones. As I said earlier, I wanted to embrace that more nerdy side of me, which I know I can write really well and I can do really good stories on. And uni gives me the opportunity to do that because I might, if I do journalism in the future after uni, I might not get the opportunity to do that. So I thought, you know what, I'll embrace it here and it'll give me more confidence, and it has. So the first story I wanted to do was the company Games Workshop, the guys behind the game Warhammer or Warhammer 40k, which I've been playing for a very long time, about 10 years. They have just, I think, re-released an army of all female models to play in the game. If you don't know the game, it's two players get together, they build two armies out of little plastic men, and they fight them effectively. And Games Workshop have just released an all-female army, and I thought, considering March was Women's History Month, I'd do a TV feature package on it, and I got some really good content for it. I had pieced the camera outside the Warhammer shop in Lincoln. I'd spoken to the manager of said shop, who was really good, and he talked about how more women are coming into the hobby. Additionally, Chelsea Abbott, who, again, you'll know, of course, a good friend of mine, I very recently got her into the hobby, and I asked her thoughts about it, and she was like, it's really good to see that representation within the game. It makes me feel a lot more confident playing it. You can see how that would attract more women. Additionally, I got some shots of myself and Chelsea playing the game, and myself and a couple of my other friends playing a couple games, and I had loads of shots, and it was effectively I just need to put it together. And so that would have been really good. My second project was COVID related. Effectively, because everything's getting closed, I thought I'd do a piece on how students were getting sent home from unis, now unis were getting closed, and the students' feelings on it. So I contacted two of my close friends from home who go to different unis, one who goes to Lancaster and one who goes to Liverpool, and I asked them what their thoughts were, how assessments were being dealt with, how exams were being dealt with, um, and what was the future holding for them. And I asked them if they could possibly get some shots from me from their respective cities, and they did, and the shots were good. As well, I don't live too far from Liverpool, so if the shots from the Liverpool student weren't obviously of passable quality, I could have, if the lockdown hadn't happened, easily gone into the city and got more. Additionally, I did a piece to camera outside Minerva and Alfred Tennyson on the subject, and got some shots of obviously our university. Just so then we got three different universities in the package, and it makes it feel countrywide. Additionally, the Liverpool interview was really interesting because they've had to deal with a lot of strikes recently. Well, I'll say recently. Basically, they've missed out on a good half, 2/3 of their year because of the strikes and COVID. So it's been a double whammy for them. And so that was a really interesting angle, and I would have brought that into the project. And yeah, so that was another good story, and that was effectively ready. And finally, the last question is, how am I going to improve over the summer? I write currently on a shared blog, which I share with a number of my colleagues on the course, and the plan would be, as per usual, because this is a usual thing when I'm not on term time, is I'll write for that blog as regular as I can. If I find a good story, I'll put it on there, and just improve my writing skills. As well, I'd like to go out and possibly just get some random shots of, well, I'd say, out and about, but probably more likely the back garden. Do some video editing, improve that kind of skill, because I don't have access to camera equipment and all that jazz. So yeah, I want to improve what I can. Like story gathering's going to be more difficult now. But if I can get some good interviews, I'd like to improve that side as well. I'd like to improve all aspects of my journalism. It's just the fact of, can I? And so yeah, I think that brings me to the end of the questions. I hope you enjoyed this. Please mark me well. Sorry for the shaky cam there. This is about my fifth take, and it's got to the point where I've just kind of had to hold the camera there. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Please mark me well, and subscribe and like the video.